There's a prefab home that's been showing up on my Explore page consistently for years now that I haven't been able to see in person. Until now. Strictly based on how much I've seen this home everywhere, I would consider it one of the most viral prefab homes in the world. A measurement that doesn't mean a heck of a lot, but it is an indication that people love the look. So it's been on my must-see list for some time now. The home I'm talking about is the Hollow Plus from Drop Structures, so pack your long johns if you got them, because we're going to the mountains. Spoiler alert, I am not going to Lethbridge to test a drop structure. No. I really want to test this thing out. Is it comfortable? Does it stay warm? How will I sleep? And on and on and on. To put it to the test, I need some time, so I located one that I could rent in the mountains where temperatures are projected to be below freezing. Go ahead and get yourself a tray of French fries, because where we're really going is Idaho. Well, I made it to Idaho. However, I wish I would have taken my own advice and packed some warmer clothes, because after I left last night, I got a winter weather advisory for the area. And here's what it says. Description: winter weather advisory. What? Snow expected. 2 to 4 inches in the mountain valleys. That's down there. Not all that worried about that. 4 to 8 inches expected at higher elevations. That's that direction, and that's exactly where I'm going. I'm going to a place called Idaho City. I believe it's a population of around 400 people, and it's home to the Smoke Jumper Resort that has the Hollow Plus that I'm going to be staying in. I think now I'll just show you this view because it's pretty nice, and then I will keep moving up to Idaho City and the Smoke Jumper Resort. Let's go. Welcome to the Smoke Jumper. Cool name alert. This is cabin 8. AKA my home for the next 20 hours. A little bit of housekeeping right up front. The weather warning turned out to be fluff because there really isn't as much snow up here as I thought there was going to be. So my apologies for spreading FUD this early into the video. It was not my intention. I was expecting a full-on blizzard up here. So let's continue. What I'm standing in front of right now is the Hollow Plus from Drop Structures. This is something that I've wanted to see for quite some time now, and so far it is living up to the hype. What I want to start with is what I think gives it the virality that I was talking about in the intro. Let's not beat around the bush. This home has a very cool look, and there are a couple factors that contribute to that. One is the full wall of windows on the front, and then you've got the wood accent combined with the metal siding, also giving it a cool look. And then if you look up to the roof peak, you will see that it's a little bit offset. So typically on a peaked roof, the two sides meet in the middle, but this is offset to the right, and it does just give it a little bit something extra. So what do I mean by virality? What I mean is, I don't know if it's in the dictionary, but one word I might use to describe this home based on everything that I talked about is Instagrammable. Picture this, if you will. It's nighttime. I've got the interior lights on. I light a fire here. I sit in this chair with a hot cup of cocoa that's steaming just right and a marshmallow going into the fire. I take a picture of that and post it to my Instagram. They're going to eat it up. It's probably going to get 15 to 20 likes, which is a lot more than I usually get. So I would be quite pleased. I'm not going to do that because I forgot to get hot chocolate, but I might light a fire, actually. I should have done that before the video. Let's see what's all involved in that. This is a wood-burning fireplace, and I didn't get wood, so forget anything I said about the Instagrammable photo because it's not happening. What else do we got going on the outside of this home? Let's see. About 2/3 down this side, you've got a mini split. One of 3 ways to heat this home. I'll talk about the other 2 when I go inside. There's a window into the living room there. There's a window on the back into the bathroom. And then this is a full wall on the other side, so not much to talk about there. I think what I'd like to do is pick up the tripod, get behind the camera, and walk all the way around this thing before I head inside so I can give a real-time POV and people can see exactly what I'm seeing as I talk about it. So let's do that now. Starting on the right side, they've got a solid wall, no windows, which gives us a good look at the metal siding. And as I loop around, another look at the feature wall. We've got windows on windows. We've got windows and doors. We've got accents. We've got lights in the overhang. And wait, what's this? Is that wood right there? If so, we might be going to Instagram with that photo after all. We'll see. Coming around this side, window into the living room. There's the mini split on the outside, and I'm gonna go through the snow to get a quick look at the back, because I did say I would get a look at every side of this home. This is actually deeper than I thought, so I take back everything I said about the weather service providing a fluff warning, because it's quite deep. Over here, that's the hot tub right beside my spot. And yes, I did bring my shorts, so if I get enough finished, I'm going hot tubbing. Coming around this way, one last look at the front before I go inside. And yes, the inside is as nice as the outside, so let's check it out. I decided to wait till the sun went down to start on the interior so that I could do a preemptive strike on something that I think would have ended up flooding the comments if I don't address it right up front. So one of the things people always ask about when there's a big wall of windows is privacy. As you can see, the combination of lights on inside with it dark outside does make it easy to see directly into this home. But they have taken that into consideration above these curtains. So there's a button here that I can push and bye-bye. They pretty much solved that problem. Look at that. You push the button and you can no longer see me. That isn't something that came from the factory. It was added here after the fact by the smoke jumper, and it definitely solves the problem. Problem solved. So what we've got here is 240 square feet, and the way they've got it set up, as you walk in, of course, there's a place to hang up your jacket. Across from that, on this side of the home, you've got a little workstation where I've got my computer here, and then you walk into the living room where I'm gonna kick my feet up and give a big thank you to today's sponsor, Masterclass, for making this video possible. I recently took a masterclass from the award-winning interviewer, George Stephanopoulos, on purposeful communication. After listening to George, I've been studying the tactics he uses to improve my videos. For example, there are hot springs in Idaho City, and I thought they'd be the perfect spot to shoot the intro and talk about the area. However, they're closed both days that I'm here. Instead of worrying that the video isn't going to be exactly what I had planned, I'm reminding myself that it isn't about me. It's about bringing the audience along with me, and as George describes in lesson 5, sometimes you have to throw out the battle plan and go with what you're given. The best part is, I think I ended up with a better intro because of it. That was quite the viewpoint. Shout out to George Stephanopoulos and Masterclass. The class was the video equivalent of a page turner. I planned to do it over a week, but finished it in 2 days. There are thousands of online lessons available from over 200 expert instructors, and I'm excited to dive into more of the business-related classes. My favorite part is each class features video lessons that fit into any part of the day. I can gain new skills 10 minutes at a time for just $10 a month billed annually. Check out Masterclass today and turn your professional aspirations into achievements. Click the link in the description and get started today for 15% off. Something people are always interested in homes that have a lot of windows that I often miss is which ones open and which ones are fixed. So as we go through, I will point that out. This bottom one is fixed, middle one opens, and then the top two are fixed as well. So if you wanted to have some natural light come in here and wanted to keep the privacy, you could have this open and then close the blinds during the day. That way you still get the natural light coming in the top. That is always an option, but for tonight, I think I'm gonna leave that closed. There's a window behind the couch right here. That one opens as well. And as I mentioned outside, this home has 3 different heat sources. So we already saw the mini split on the outside of the home. This is what it looks like on the inside. Across the room, they've got this Stelpro wall heater and then this Grizzly fire stove. So this is basically a mini wood stove that you can build a fire in to heat the home, which is kind of cool. I've never seen that before. Because this is set up as an Airbnb, they've got the instructions and the benefits of each laid out. So according to the infographic they've got there, the mini split is the most accurate. So I can set this to 72 degrees and it'll go to 72 degrees and stay there. The wall heater is the quietest, and then the wood stove is just kind of the best ambiance, I guess. It doesn't say that, but that's what I'm going with. Heading towards the back of the home, you get the first look at the kitchenette, and as far as kitchenettes go, this one's on juice. It's flirting with being a kitchen. If it had an oven, I would feel fine calling this a kitchen. Without, we will stick with kitchenette. So what we've got here is a cooktop. They've got the microwave on this shelf above, sink over there, and then they've got this big bad coffee maker right in the middle. If it were me, I would store an air fryer under the sink. Then I would have everything I need to run all the programs that I'm trying to run, which isn't much. The other main appliance in the kitchenette is, of course, this mini fridge, and they've got the freezer and the fridge part. I like how it's a proper freezer section, even though it is a mini fridge. It's kind of nice. For storage in this kitchenette, they've got 2 large shelves running the entire length. They've got some storage underneath, and then 3 shelves beside the mini fridge. Now, if you haven't looked up yet, please do that now, because above me, we have got a loft. I know it's a touchy subject for people because some people don't like to go up to a loft to sleep. Personally, I'm quite excited to sleep up there. Before I head into the bathroom, beside me, they've got this spot to hang up jackets, shirts, pants, socks, whatever you like to hang up. I'm 6'2" and wouldn't hit it unless I jumped going under it. I'm not going to try that. But if you're like 6'5", 6'6", could be an issue. So you would have to steer clear, walk this way, which I don't really think would be a problem. Let's go in the bathroom. I took a red eye to get here last night, so the very first thing I did on arrival was jump into the shower, and I will sign off on it. Great water pressure, lots of hot water. I'm almost wondering if it's hot water on demand. I need to text the proprietor and find that out, because I stood here for what seemed like quite a long time and never had an issue with hot water running out. So I think they probably do have hot water on demand. Could be wrong. I'll find out. Kind of an odd thing that I like about this bathroom is just how many places they've got to hang towels. So you got your main towel bar here. When you go into the shower, you move your shower towel to here, so you've got easy access. They've got a little towel holder over there, and then another one up on the wall. So there's 4 places for towels, whether it's shower towel or hand towel, and it's just kind of nice to have that many places to hang towels. I know it's kind of a weird thing, but I do like it. Let's get a look at this vanity. Looking at the vanity here, we've got the black matching hardware throughout the bathroom, granite counters. They've got the double door underneath, pretty standard there. Round mirror. This window in the bathroom does open. Good. And they've got the toilet right there. I haven't been up to the loft yet, so I think it's about time that I head up there and just see what I'm in for tonight. You know, lofts do seem to be a touchy subject. I've talked about them before, and there's definitely a group of people that just simply don't want to deal with them, and that's fine. I'm gonna go up there and just see what it looks like up there and what I'm in for tonight. They got a little lock on there, so lock her down, and I'm going up. Didn't really line this up well, but that's the way it goes, I guess. Okay, so there's that window. I forgot that window was back here. Guess I better remember to flip that one into night mode, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know how it works. I think it just comes down to science at the end of the day. This is the skylight that I was talking about. I haven't checked to see if it's a clear night, but if it is, I'm flipping my pillows down there. I'm going to put my head there, open that shade, and look out at the stars before I fall asleep, which will probably end up being about 14 seconds. Yes, I understand then my head will be closer to the ceiling, but that's a risk that I'm willing to take. It's pretty cozy up here, actually. I didn't seem to have too much trouble getting up in here. I'm not worried about if I have to go to the bathroom in the night. I will gingerly descend down the ladder and back up. That's just the cost of doing business. If you want to sleep in the loft, you got to be willing to go up and down the ladder. That's just the way it goes. Beside me over here, they've got a USB plug and a regular plug, so I can charge all my stuff right over there. And all in all, yeah, it's quite cozy up here. I would highly recommend it. Hopefully I don't Zach roll off the bed. They've got these bars to keep me in case I start to move, but maybe I'll just stick towards the middle, and that way I've got a little bit more peace of mind. I'm not much of a roller. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm coming down. Let's see how this goes. I think you're supposed to take these things backwards, right? See? Pretty smooth. So, it's only about 7:30, and that's not my bedtime, so I'm gonna go across the street, or up the street, I guess. There's a saloon type place. After that, I'm going to bed. This just in, I slept like an angel, and as predicted, it was kind of fun staying up in the loft just because it's something different. Did I have to come down in the night? Yes, I came down once for a drink and one more time because of the drink, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. They've got a light switch beside the bed that I can flip on so that I can see what I'm doing. Didn't fall, didn't even stumble, so no problems there. Last night in Idaho City, temperatures did drop below freezing, and I let the place cool down because I do like to sleep in a cooler environment. However, when I wake up, I want it to be warm instantly, so I came down, flipped on the mini split, put it to 72, and it actually warmed up shockingly fast. Before I get into the pricing, I do want to do a quick continuous walkthrough so we can get one more look at the Holo Plus because it's a very cool unit. All right, one last look at the front of this thing because it's my favorite part. Let's head inside and do a quick walkthrough. So I am moving today, so you'll see my suitcase by the door. Don't mind that. As you enter in right away, you can see that yes, this is a studio model, no fully closed off bedrooms. To the left, we've got the workstation that came in quite handy. There's the convertible couch there. And then on this wall, you'll find the juiced out kitchenette. They got the cooktop. They got the deep sink over here. And of course, the big bad coffee maker in the middle. Down below, we've got the shelving, the mini fridge, and a little bit of storage under the sink. And then up top, 2 shelves for microwave, cups, plates, dishes, all that fun stuff. I'm gonna whip this over real quick and throw down the lock so I can go up, give a quick look inside the loft where I slept last night. Very comfortable, 10 out of 10 recommend. Lofts, if you get the chance, they're fun. Little hanger here, and then the pocket door goes into the bathroom. I think I mentioned that these are granite countertops. That was a lie, they're actually quartz. So you got the white backsplash, you got the black fixtures, and I think it looks really cool. Walk-in shower over here with hot water on demand, which is great, especially in a cooler climate. So all in all, yeah, the Holo Plus lived up to the hype. If you ever get a chance to come out here, definitely do so. First things first, big thank you to the Smoke Jumper for letting me shoot video inside this cabin. If this is something that you want to try out for yourself, I would definitely recommend the resort. It's in a cool location and it's got cool homes, as you can see. I think I paid a little over $100, so it's quite reasonable. Now for the moment I'm sure some of you have been waiting for, let's talk numbers. Keep in mind prices can and usually do change, but will be accurate at the time of posting this video. The Holo from Drop Structures starts at $97,500 USD or 130,000 Canadian. Those prices do not include shipping, and whoever's buying has to look after all of their own permitting, but that's at least a place to get you started. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.